If he wasn't so beholden to AIPAC, he could be a force to be reckoned with. So we all know that we are nearing a government shutdown, right? It's what the Republicans want. And I believe the Republicans want it because they don't want the Democrats to continue with their investigation into the Epstein files. And where we are now is that in order to issue a subpoena to get those files, the Democrats needed 218 people to sign on to that, where there's a young woman, I forget which state, she won a special election which gives the Democrats 218 signatures to be able to subpoena the Epstein files in its entirety from the Department of Justice. And she said as soon as she is sworn in to Congress, she will sign on to that endeavor. And so now I believe the reason why Donald Trump has ordered Republicans to not meet with Democrats or speak or negotiate with Democrats at all is because he doesn't want that young woman to be able to sign on to that legislation so that the Democrats will get their hands on the Epstein files. I also believe that Republicans are lockstep and barrel with those endeavors for Donald Trump. That's what I believe is the underlining factor as to why they are so gung-ho in shutting down the government, so much so that Mike Johnson ordered House Republicans to not even show up to Congress yesterday or today. We don't want you even in the building in case you feel swayed to sign on to that legislation. Now, the Republicans are doing what they always do. They are the cause of the problem, but yet they blame Democrats and they use the most lame, dumbest excuses as to why the Democrats would want to shut down the government. They want to fund surgery for transgender individuals over in Peru. They want non-citizens to have access to Medicare. We all know that these are lies. The Democrats are actually fighting for those who get their medical or health care insurance through the Affordable Care Act. Well, if they don't do something about the subsidies that lead to you being able to get your health care insurance through the Affordable Care Act, they will expire. And of course, that's what the Republicans really want. They want that. But Democrats are working hard to stop the expiration of those subsidies because millions of people will end up without health insurance because health insurance will skyrocket. That is the truth as to why Democrats are fighting so hard for health coverage, because we all know the big, beautiful bill, it expedites getting rid of those subsidies. Anywho, so we're on the precipice, we're on the cusp of the government shutting down, and Republicans have pulled out all the stops to try to deter Democrats, told Democrats if the government shuts down, then they will fire thousands of federal employees. Now, I don't know how true this is, but I've heard through the political streets that even government employees are telling Democrats, House Democrats, to hold the line because they recognize how much these ACA, the Affordable Care Act subsidies are needed to everyday Americans. So, with Democrats holding the line, Donald Trump and his regime finally agreed to a meeting with the Democrats. And so they had this meeting on yesterday, and I found it suspicious. Why? All of the meetings that take place in the Oval Office, Donald Trump presents a dog and pony show, right? Press was not allowed in the room for this meeting, okay? Press was told, you are not welcomed. Stay away, stay out. And so they had the meeting. And of course, what's the reason why they did that is so that they then can come out and say the Democrats want this, 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 and this, which is all lies. They can come out and push lies. That's why they didn't want the press in the room. It gave them the ability to come out and put all of the blame on the Democrats. We don't know what really went down in the room, but of course, we believe the Democrats because we know Donald Trump and his regime, they're all liars. All they do is lie. It is clear they didn't come to an agreement. J.D. Vance and the rest of Donald Trump's regime came out, did a press conference and presented lies. And then Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries, they came out and did a press conference and basically said they are holding the line. If they don't extend these subsidies for people who are receiving the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, then yeah, the government is going to shut down. After Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries did their press conference, this is what your president put out over there on Truth Social.
There's no way to sugarcoat it. Nobody likes Democrats anymore. We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans bullshit. Not even black people want to vote for us anymore. Even Latinos hate us. So we need new voters. And if we give all these illegal aliens free health care, we might be able to get them on our side so they can vote for us. They can't even speak English, so they won't realize we're just a bunch of woke pieces of shit, you know, at least for a while until they learn English and they realize they hate us too.
That's what y'all's president is doing. While Democrats are fighting for health care for those who receive the affordable, get their health insurance through the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, this is what Donald Trump is doing. He could care less about those people and their health care. And it also tells me just how much he disrespects Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries, and the Democrats. How much he disrespects the American people, those who are receiving their health care insurance through the Affordable Care Act. He has no respect for the people on the left. Democrats, people on the left, leftists, progressives, liberals, people who get their health insurance by way of the Affordable Care Act. He has no respect for you. And let's be clear, there are MAGA nuts out there who get their health insurance through the Affordable Care Act. They might not know it, because the bill or the documentation that comes to them doesn't say Obamacare. Doesn't say Obamacare. It says something else, but it's definitely Obamacare. He has no respect for you. Doesn't care if you're able to get your health insurance, your medication, whatever you need to make sure that you are living a healthy quality of life. He does not give a shit. It's all fun and games to him. Here's what Hakeem Jeffries put out in response to that. Basically saying that what Donald Trump put out, it's AI. It's not real. It's a lie. But this picture of Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, this is real. Hakeem, why can't we see more of this? Why can't you give us more of this? I know you got it in you. And I know that you want to present the Democrats as willing to work with the other side, but I need for you to accept the fact that the other side does not respect you and they're not trying to work with you. More of this, please, Hakeem. More of this. But I understand you're more beholden to AIPAC than to us, the American people.